Here's to a life where the drinks keep flowing and the Mora keeps rolling. Going into a trance is risky for most people, so don't get any ideas.
Such a succulent fragrance of grapes. Ah, this place is heaven. Had I a mouth that could move, I doubt I could resist eating them right off the vine.
This is awesome.
Whoever lives in here must be a person of means indeed. Even in a storybook world like Simulanka, we could never afford such a big estate.
Wait, but this is a world inside a story too, isn't it? Oh, hello! Is something wrong?
My apologies, but the event taking place at Dawn Winery is not open to the public quite yet. Allow me to show you around a different area.
Ah, I see. That's unfortunate.
Oh, it's Noelle! Hey there! Oh, hello, you two. Well, Miss Alice thought things might get complicated around here, so she said she needed someone capable who could get the job done.
she flattered her way into dumping a bunch of work on you? Stuff that isn't even related to the Knights at all?
Oh, no. Mr. DeLuke was there too. He said he would appreciate some help guiding the tour groups from different worlds that are here to visit.
Tour groups from different worlds? Oh, right! The Golden Apple Archipelago, the Valurian Mirage, Simulanka. The gang's all here!
Oh, it's all right. I'm happy to help. Please head this way, everyone, and we'll get the tour started.
Greetings. My name is Ask Me for Directions Arnold, and I am searching for the whereabouts of a certain lovely lady.
I heard this thing was terribly ineffective when first invented. You could only catch 10 in a week. Why, the research staff barely wanted to touch it, let alone improve it.
But for some reason, it gained traction among adventurers once it entered the market.
True, it takes time. It beats having to do it yourself, I suppose.
But there are so many crystal flies around here. Surely it's not that difficult to just do it the old-fashioned way?
It's a bit far, though. Just imagine how tiresome it was back in the day, having to come out here over and over again, and no gadget to help. Does that count as trespassing on private property, I wonder?
I suppose it hardly matters anymore. Adventurers aren't quite so keen on crystal flies nowadays.
The times they are a-changin', eh?
So it would seem.
What are they mumbling about?
The times they are a-changin'.
So it would seem, yes.
Tortoise? That shouldn't be here at all.
Definitely not.
Wow! I've never seen such a large turtle in my life. There was a time, back when I was little, when almost every child in Mondstadt had a turtle as a pet. It was quite the trend.
Oh, yeah! Gene and D-Luke mentioned that a long time ago.
I had one too, of course.
Quite the hassle to take care of. Small pets like that always are.
Wait, you had one too?
Is that so strange?
Oh, no, of course not.
I could bring it back to the church and raise it. It can stay behind the cathedral. I'll even build it a pool. Can't be too hard to raise, right? It looks like a tough cookie.
Not happening. The next thing you know, you'll have an invasive species on your hands. Just tell that mage to put it back where she found it.
Guess that's for the best.
Can't be too hard to raise, right? It looks like a tough cookie.
Not happening. The next thing you know...
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Something wrong, Sucrose?
Oh, no. I was just looking for a piece of alchemy equipment we needed for the event. Master Albedo has always been careful with our costs. We maximize the use of every piece of lab equipment we have. So if something hasn't been used in a while, it's usually pretty old. Take this, for example. We've used it a few times before, but we found the effectiveness and ease of use somewhat lacking, so it was sidelined quite quickly. According to the mages, it was meant to be placed in the city, but it went missing after being tossed into the magic bubble. Luckily, I found it. I just don't know why it ended up here of all places.
Well, all that matters is that you found it in the end, right? We'll contact Nicole and get her to send it back to the right spot.
Great. Thank you so much. At least I managed to track it down.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Another tent? Huh. This one's kinda nostalgic too.
It's here because I refused to let that mage use my house as her playground. But we still needed an additional rest area for the guests, so we set up this tent instead.
Huh. Looks like we can use this device to keep in touch with the mages or get some hints. Kinda like we were able to do back then, remember?
Now that you mention it, the arrangement is almost identical.
Nights on vacation, summer, the sea, and a small little wave rider. It's all taking me back.
However, you're forgetting about the part where we were stranded on a deserted island and couldn't even make it across the water. That's what stuck with me the most.
Oh, I remember. At least I wasn't dead weight in that situation.
Fun times, huh? So, the mages prepared this stuff then. Guess we should take a picture and go check in with them.
Be my guest.
You know, the expedition in Nodcry is coming to an end, but knowing Grandmaster Varka, I imagine there will be another chance to set off in the near future. Not that I'm extending an invitation, I'm just mentioning the possibility, that's all. That's our honorary knight. No matter the mission, you always have a place among our ranks.
Come talk to me when you do have an official invitation, then. I have other things to do in the meantime. The intel I have on hand is pulling me in 100 different directions, but unfortunately, time off isn't one of them.
That's a shame. I take vacation whenever I can get it, and it's still never enough. I'd visit the Golden Apple Archipelago again in a heartbeat.
For once, I feel the same.
Animal test 6308. Animal
Light up the blazing sun!
sweeping! The turning point?
Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Stand clear. Swirl. Mark.
Watch out! Kane! You
Burn it down! Wrath from the sky!
Absorption test. Enhanced animal modules.
Leave it to me! The turning point?
Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Stay back! The turning...
Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun!
Headlining, echoing song! Blue moons converge. Control breathing. Let's move! Headbutt! Too strong! Running late again. Start the clock! Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Surge, a moonlit night for all. Hero incoming! Smash down!
On my mark!
Full smash down! Two-stroke headbutt! Look out below! Hi! Smash down! You ought to stand down! Let's look! Time to shine! You have flame! A new moon rises! Charge! Hi! Whoa, oh! Kapow! Hi! Yeah! Kapow! Controlled breathing. Stronger! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo! Surge! One fell swoop! Hero incoming! Hi! It's justice o'clock! Kapow! Hero incoming! Controlled breathing. Start. Strike a pose. Time to shine. A new moon rises. Oof. Hi. Yeah. By my spark, the night. Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Wait, a moonlit night for all.
Behold the dawn!
Without further ado, the sky's clear, the glazed moon shines!
Go get him, Aiden! The light compels.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo and surge! Three moons converge!
Be cleansed! Smite the dust! Lofty wisdom will show us the way!
While the light shines bright, behold it!
Time to shine! Stop that!
Be gone, Shadow!
The sky's clear.
The glazed moon.
Oh, the dog!
Strike. How dare you let the world collide! Three moons converge.
Arrogant. Without further ado.
Smite the dust.
Divine light, shield them.
While the light shines bright, be gone!
Time to shine.
Let me weave you a little amuse-bouche. Ghost on the loose.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Tcha. Ha. Yeah. 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 Ha.
Rain outlines your fate. Off to the freezer. The pinnacle of excellence.
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Yeah. Ha. Mine to wield.
Ha. Yeah. 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 Ha. Ha.
Let me weave you a dash of frosting. Ghost on the loose.
Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive!
Annihilate. Mine to wield.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness a little amuse-bouche. At first,
Time to shine!
Mine to wield.
let me weave you a dash of frosting. Ghost on the loose.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song! Power!
No, my sword! Off to the freezer!
Go! You're free now!
rise with the sun! Pyroclastic surge!
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive!
Knock him down. Bullseye! Open fire!
Not too far now.
Light it up! Light up the blazing sun! Open fire! Bullseye! Open fire! Hold on to your hats.
Time to say hello.
Pyroclastic surge!
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in song!
Bullseye! Knock him down. Take me up! Bullseye! Fire in the hole!
Please, hold up. Go. You're...
Wrath from the skies!
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Let's ride! Bullseye! Open fire! Hold on to your hats.
Nowhere to hide.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Observe to dust.
Go claw! A new moon rises. Cut to the chase.
Be silent. Observe. Close your eyes. To dust. Observe. Close your eyes. The night cometh. Be silent. Do you fear the dark?
Chew on this! Let's go! A new moon rises. Incoming! Nowhere to hide.
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls.
With sword from shadow. Flame, moons converge.
The long sleep beckons. Observe. Fear the dark. Be silent. To dust. Are you quite...
Go claw! A new moon rises. Let the world collide! Surge, a moonlit night for all. Quick as a flash, on my mark! Ultimate Flying Kick! Control breathing. Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Wane, green moons converge.
breathing.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! Stop that! Strike a pose! Let the world come alive! Surge, a moonlit night for all. Start the clock! Faster! Headbutt! Yeah! Yeah! Ultimate flying kick! Hi!
Oh my, it looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties, and Glenfidia is away somewhere too. Has our dear cutie taken complete charge of the drink stand? Wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics company's specials. The type of drink that keeps you awake all night, leaving you no choice but to pass the time working. That's right. I'm just a carefree librarian now. If only there weren't so many people with overdue books, and I didn't have to go door to door to get them back. I would have dropped by to chat with you sooner, and try out your delightful creations, of course. Let me think. I don't really have a favorite drink. Just wrestle me up something rejuvenating that'll lift my spirits. And if it could help me nod off to sleep later, that would be even better.
here's a snow-kissed dawn. Hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste. If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfiddia's secret and concocted an even more effective pick-me-up? Don't worry, there's no rush. Your eyes are aglow with curiosity, as though you have many more questions to ask. Let's chat for a while. Take your time. Inspiration will come soon enough. Since you're asking, it's been a bit of an unusual day. There's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Goth Grand Hotel. She borrowed our most valuable book, the Mondstadt Millennial Compendium of Desserts. Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Something about reducing their greasiness. Indeed, and judging by the results, she rather overdid it with the caramel sauce. What should have been fragrant meat slices ended up tasting nauseatingly sweet. Caramel sauce is such a fantastic ingredient, you know? It never fails to please when added to drinks. Sometimes I even add a spoonful to my afternoon tea. Improving food, I suppose, isn't always about being as creative as possible. Oh, this? That was for another of today's little errands. A large contingent of the expedition team will be returning to Mondstadt soon. They've been away for such a long time, so there's a good chance many of their tastes have changed. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better understanding of what new ingredients might satisfy our knights' changing preferences. Well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and time to protecting Mondstadt. They deserve some care and respect in return. Based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Natlan. It seems like our knights have developed a taste for cocoa. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep themselves energized. I've tried hot cocoa myself, and I must say, I find it just as effective as coffee when it comes to staying alert. Lately? So careful with your wording, cutie. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Or simply because you can't remember? Not bad at all. A flawless answer. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to every new and exciting ingredient I read about, constantly expanding my horizons and stepping out of my comfort zone. But now, I've grown accustomed to a life of comfort and routine. To paraphrase a certain Leo-Ed legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out one's golden years in peace and comfort. I'm no longer so easily moved by adventure and excitement. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, you found me that sweet-tasting alchemical ingredient. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since then. Surely you're not suggesting I'd take this opportunity to sneak off on a little countryside wander. You caught me. My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery, where I had a little chat with the head housemaid, Adelind. On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters she didn't know how to deal with, and in her desperation, asked for my help. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendom to teach some raving hounds a lesson. It's been a while since I've had such an invigorating workout. As expected, cutie, your brilliant mind has grown even sharper. Just a few gentle hints were all you needed to light that special spark of inspiration.
Finished! A new creation, custom made for you. This should help you fall asleep quickly and guarantee you peaceful dreams. It's called a slumbering rose.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything's been carefully crafted. You've turned it into a completely different drink. Based purely on appearance, it's exactly my style. Time to see how it tastes. Full marks. It's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of Cider Lake, with a gentle breeze caressing your skin, relaxed and at ease. I no longer feel drained of energy, but neither am I overstimulated. I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bedtime drink, this is pure perfection. So good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of this slumbering rose. I can use it as an opportunity to crown you the new maestro of mixology. Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day, when the sun is bright but not too harsh? Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk to along the way, cutie. Then, when we get back, you could fix me up another glass of slumbering rose. And I'll make just as sure to hold you to that. When the time comes, I won't accept any excuses.
Here's to a life where the drinks keep flowing and the Mora keeps rolling. Take me up!
Showing you! Get to work!
Rise with the sun! Bullseye! Light up the blazing sun! Full throttle! Bullseye!
Show no mercy! Strike a pose! Take me up!
Bullseye! Bullseye! Knock him down. Wrath from the skies! Rev the engines!
Fulfill our pact! Yoo-hoo!
Locked on! Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop! Let's fly! Bullseye!
Is it just Paimon, or do you smell something yummy too? Colin Bean is having a feast for one!
Traveler, Paimon,
Looks like someone's enjoying herself.
would you like to try some as well?
We don't usually see you eating here. Did you go out just to buy it?
Lauma gave it to me,
Wow! She sure takes good care of you, huh?
on the condition that I don't leave.
Wait, what? Isn't that just a bribe so you'll accept house arrest? And a cheap one at that!
She also brought me some interesting books and exquisitely made toys.
Now it sounds more like a mother going out on a business trip and the kid she's leaving at home.
She just told me not to go out for the time being, and to be especially sure to avoid the Frost Moon Scions. I asked the animals who came to deliver my meals, but Llama had instructed them to remain silent, and so they did.
That's...
If I had to guess, she is preparing something that has to do with me. Worry not. I have never considered staying here boring in the first place. The food is good, and much to my liking. Not going out is fine with me. And if the Scions are indeed preparing for something, well, all the more reason not to interrupt them.
Yeah! Paimon's kinda curious now, too!
You can, but you should be prepared. She likely knows you'll come to see me, so she may not tell you anything at all.
You want to renovate the statue of Kutor?
Precisely so. No longer is she the wingless Kutar who could only gaze at the moon beyond the skies in solitude. We witnessed her unfurling her wings and know she has regained the freedom to live. As such, it is only right that the statue too be restored.
That does sound like a good idea.
That I have. I spoke to them of the moon goddess's sacrifice and her return, and of how we stood against the force that pollutes this world with the guidance of that gentle light. Everyone was delighted to hear of her return, so I took the opportunity to convey Columbina's thoughts to them, that she wants to see us as family, and would like us to do the same for her.
The Lady Moon Goddess.
Would we not be overstepping by regarding her as family?
I believe that this is what Columbina genuinely wishes for.
I can't believe the Lady Moon Chanter referred to our moon goddess by her first name.
Perhaps you may all yet recall the words I spoke not long ago. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves. I will not ask all of you to make the same choice as I, but I do have words I would like to share with you this day. If we wish to invite the moonlight in to stay, we must first open doors that once were tightly shut. That is what happened. Considering the situation over the past few days, things seem to have gone better than I thought they might have.
Lady Lauma, a new batch of stone has arrived at the warehouse.
Understood. I'll be right over. Could you keep what I said, including what you've seen, a secret from Columbina? At least for now. I'd like this to be a surprise.
Paimon knows you mean well, but seriously? You sure do love your surprises. You and your moon goddess. Hey, Lauma! About Paimon's hush money. Paimon meant to say, we don't happen to have any spare Feast of the Moon servings today, do we?
That we do. Come, let me prepare some for you. Oh, and one more thing.
You're back.
Guess what, Columbina? You were right. Lauma didn't tell us a thing. So, we'll be keeping you company over the next few days. You just sit tight and keep those expectations high.
Expectations for what exactly?
Nothing. We don't know a thing, honest.
Very well then. I look forward to spending the next few days with you.
Oh, here comes our food! Wait a minute! Where's the grub?
It says, the time has come. Do you know what that means?
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
Yes? Yes. What of it?
But way to observe the outside world even so, right?
That's right. If anything, I sense things more clearly this way.
Then, could we ask you to deliberately not sense any changes outside for the time being?
So that this can be a pleasant surprise?
Sounds like you've already guessed what this is about.
All right, I see. In that case, would you take my hand?
Here we are! She really did open her eyes!
It's beautiful. This pair of wings makes it look all the more complete.
This is a gift we Frost Moon Scions would like to give you, Columbina. To celebrate our goddess who can now fly free, whose fingers can at last touch the place she calls home.
The me from before would only be reminded of the confusion I felt upon being born, whenever I looked upon this statue. But now, what I feel is the warmth of a home. Perhaps, like this statue, I have chosen to stay here, even though I now have wings. Thank you all.
We do have another gift prepared, but you'll have to walk with me a bit farther.
Huh? There's another surprise?
My fellow Scions and I have organized a simple welcome banquet in the forest. From now on, this will be your home as well, Columbina. Whenever you grow homesick, please feel free to remain here and enjoy our hospitality, meager though it may be.
Sure, I will.
Let's go then. It is my hope that every night may be as wonderful as that moon prayer night. Welcome home, Columbina.
Huh? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? The person sitting behind the desk is... Nuh-uh, that's not right. This is clearly... What on earth are you talking about? Sorry, Passive. He's not quite himself right now. Morning, noon, night, Passive! Hello to you too, Passive. Still, what are you doing here in the Fortress of Nerapede? good things could Passive do? Cause a mass Tidalga extinction in Fontaine? Big bright light! Melusine! Passive. Hungry. Paimon doesn't know what that big bright light is, but we can deal with the hunger problem at least. Traveler, you must have something yummy in your bag. Why don't we... Ryo! Ryo!
Ryo, right here. I see we have some unexpected guests. Welcome. Just give me a moment to put my things down. How times change, huh? Me of all people diving into the water to hunt for food.
Paimon sure didn't expect you to do that personally, Your Grace.
I don't actually mind. Nothing wrong with the occasional swim. It's good exercise, and if I'm lucky, I even get a free otter show out of it.
Right! Almost forgot how idle you can be sometimes.
Ah, so that's her name. Passive. I like it. It sounds leisurely. Just hearing it said out loud makes me feel relaxed. Oh, but to answer your question, basically, Miss Passive lingered a little too long under the searchlight and got herself captured by some overzealous guards. I suspect she was too busy admiring the nearby Tidalga to notice the trap closing in around her. You should be more careful in the future, Passive. Don't forget, some fish out there use lights on their heads as bait to snare their prey. If you're hunting Tidalga, there's a good chance an anglerfish is hunting you.
Passive?
Can't understand what I'm saying, huh? Well, not to worry. Someone that can translate will be here shortly.
Who?
I believe you're already acquainted. He sometimes goes by New Valet. Well, what do you know? I have a knack for this. I understood who she was talking about right away. Not that it was hard to guess. Makes sense that a Melusine would know Neuvillette. Still, I've never met a Melusine who eats Tidalga, speaks in riddles, and even uses Melusine to express negation.
Ah, well, about that.
Where?
Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I trust I am not late?
Ah, Neuvillette. Of course not. Whenever you deem fit to grace us with your presence is always the perfect time. Miss Passive is waiting for you.
Take your time, finish your food. We will talk afterwards.
Oh, this looks just like a parent finding their lost child in the park.
Well, that's about right, actually. He's only here because I broadcasted a missing person notice throughout all of Fontaine.
It seems we are in fine spirits today. These jokes are certainly imaginative.
Seeing Passive safe and well seems to have put you in good spirits too. She must be very important to you.
Since there are no outsiders here, I'll get right to the point. Despite appearances, she is quite different from other Melusines.
That explains it. So that's why Passive expresses herself in such a unique way. You see, this is why it's always worth striving to stay alive as long as possible. To hear stories from those who have lived longer than you about things you never knew.
Passive!
It seems Miss Passive agrees as well.
Indeed. Thank you very much for taking care of her.
My pleasure. And thanks to you all, I now have ample reason to give my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute a little task. I'm hoping they can add some ID verification functionality to our big bright lights. I mean, of all the ways to invite our friends at the fortress to come and visit, this doesn't seem like the most sustainable long-term strategy.
You're right. Even we get picked up from time to time while passing by.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm just hoping I get to see it before I die.
Until the process is complete, I shall inform the Melazines to avoid any such big, bright lights when passing through. I shall do the same.
Sounds good. I'm sure you'll manage.
Apologies for the inconvenience. In any case, I cannot stay long, so I shall take my leave together with Pasiv. If there are other matters to discuss, let us meet above the surface.
Understood.
Pasiv, come! Goodbye, Ryo!
Bio from Ryo. See you next time. Oh dear. I forgot to have Neuvillette explain the anglerfish metaphor to Pasiv, and I didn't get to ask about enkonomia either. Well, never mind, there's no rush. I'll write him a letter when I send the documents over.
Oh, that's weird. Looks like Wami Restaurant hasn't fired up their kitchen yet. Why does it smell so much like boiled fish around here? Oh, Paimon's fine. Seriously though, this smells pretty weird. But Paimon can't quite see what's off about it.
Wow, color me surprised. Perfume that smells like boiled fish? Xiangling, come give it a sniff. That's totally the scent, right?
Wow, it really is. Even the chili aroma is spot on. How did you even do that?
Some unconventional spice combinations, specialized techniques for refining them, and most importantly, the assistance of a professional chef.
Well, tons of people come to eat our boiled fish every day, so I'd recognize that smell anywhere. No way I'd mistake it for anything, even if a perfume bottle's the last place I'd expect to smell it. Traveler? Perfect timing! Come, smell my wrist! Emily here just made us a perfume that smells like boiled fish! Isn't that just so cool? Ooh, Paimon's getting kinda hungry just from sniffing this!
See? Always trust Director Who. This perfume really sparks your appetite, doesn't it? I've got an idea, Xiangling. Spray perfume of this type on your menus. One variety for each dish. That way, even if customers haven't tried a dish before, they could just smell the menu and know roughly what it'll taste like.
You're right! This way we can stop guests from wasting food and Mora ordering something they'd end up not wanting to eat.
Exactly. We could even make a whole Leeway flavor atlas. A big chunky book you can flip through to sample the aroma of every single dish. How's that for an idea?
That sounds like stuffing a whole bunch of dishes into the same cabinet. The flavors would definitely get all mixed up. Paimon thinks it sounds really fun, you know? Just open it up and you can smell all that yummy food. But wait, won't that just make us even hungrier?
Food fragrance design is a fascinating field worth exploring. Besides, creations made on a whim are meant for our pleasure. We need an answer to anyone on their account. Use them anywhere you like, whenever inspiration strikes. Besides, it seems like this perfume is already taking effect.
That wasn't Paimon's tummy growling. It was his. Yep, you! If you're gonna spray something on Paimon's head, at least make it something nice like almond tofu. Paimon won't be able to sleep if it's too spicy. Huh? Why does Paimon smell boiled fish again? Oh, seems pretty hot, too. Unlike the perfume from earlier. Paimon, Traveler, Miss Emily! Food's ready!
My goodness, never mind all that. All this brain work has left my tummy growling too. Oh, right! Xiangling, could you make me another serving of almond tofu? Zhongli's queuing for some pastries on my behalf, so I'd like to bring some food back for him too. Also, lend me the perfume. Let's see what our dear consultant thinks when he tastes some almond tofu, spritzed with boiled fish scented perfume.
Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.